What's good, y'all? It's your boy NeedForSheed coming back with another episode of I'm Just Reminiscing. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Like I said in the previous episodes, I'm just coming back. You know, a lot has been going on. Got a newborn, trying to pay for this wedding coming up. You know, there's a lot of stuff going on, so I'm trying to get things together. But I thank you guys for your patience. On this episode, I got another special guest. I got my big bro that came on here and talk with me for a little bit. I got my boy Brian on here. Brian, say what's up to the people for me real quick.
What's up, everybody? Brian Taylor. Man, me and this cat go way back. Been known him since we was teenagers. Met him through his brother. They like family. So happy to be here, man, and talk to you for a little bit and catch up, reminisce.
Yeah, man, it's a good time. So, like I said, he just stated that my older brother, he's the oldest of his, and my older brother, they all went to school together or went in the same neighborhood at least. Everybody went to Wooddale or Overton, so everybody was together. So I looked up and ended up finding out that they all knew each other. That's how small it was because I was just getting to know Kelsey just to get to know Kelsey.
Mm-hmm.
And I just came over to the house and I was like, Brian, I was like, yeah. And then you looked at me, he was like, where your punk brother at? I was like, okay, this makes a whole bunch of sense now.
Yeah.
Because he said, Brian, I'll be here tonight. I was like, he was like, yeah, Kelsey's older brother. I was like, okay. And then I pulled up to the house one day. You was there and Terry. I was like, okay, this makes a whole bunch of sense. Okay.
Same circle.
Same circle. So I was like, all right, cool. So, all right, cool. We family. All right, bet. So I already understood. I was like, Mama know me. All right, we good. So, and this was back in, I was
Early 2000s.
I started coming over there, I think in 07.
Yeah, that was right when me and your brother and Alan and Terry, all us graduated.
Right. 07, 08 is when I started coming over there. And I think it might have been my freshman year. Might have been 09 when I started coming over there. Yeah, it was 09 because of I was playing ball with Charles.
Mm-hmm.
And so I knew Kelsey back in middle school, just never came over to the house. And then when we went to high school, I started coming over. And so that was so 09 is 24. So about 15 years it's been it's been a long time. And like I said, Mama always took care of us no matter what. So it was always love. Same way with our family. Y'all came over to the house. It was love every time. So it didn't matter. So it was good to always have that together. But moving into that, like I said, since you guys were older, we would just come over there kicking with y'all, but we outside playing ball, watching TV, talking, just eating. You like I said, Mama cooked for the whole neighborhood, so we had enough food.
Come to the house and eating. You ain't leaving without eating.
Ain't leaving, and she will tell you, take a plate.
You better eat too. She gonna tell you that. Don't come to her house and think you ain't gonna get fed.
Right, because if you come over here and she's like, you ain't gonna, I was like, even if you have eaten before you came over there, I'm telling you, the food is good enough to where you're going to take something with you. It's not. So, been over there on a regular day, been over there for a Super Bowl. I've been over there plenty of times. So, like I said, I'm definitely gonna go back.
Everybody pull up on holiday because they knew she was cooking something.
Well, yeah, facts. You know, hey, what y'all doing? Y'all doing something over there? I ain't doing that. All right, I'm coming. Boom. It was because once you get to the point where you know they don't mind you coming, that's what makes it. That's what makes it. Yeah.
They don't care about you coming. You pull up unannounced.
Right. It was like, who that shit? All right, come on. Come on.
You know.
Yeah, next thing you know, but it's all good. And then I know, like I said, that friendship been going on so long. And then you end up going, I couldn't remember which one happened. Did you go to college first, then the Army?
Yeah, I went to Southwest for 3 semesters. And then I joined the Army. But you know, I had Isaiah on the way.
Facts.
So that's why I ended up going to the military.
How long you was in the military?
I did 8 years. 8 years. I did 2 deployments. I did 1 deployment in Iraq in 2011. And then I did a short tour in Afghanistan in 2013. So good times over there. It ain't when people hear that I've been, and like they know me personally, they ask questions, what is it like over there? Is it really like what they show us on TV? What they show you on TV, yeah, that happens sometimes. That's not every day.
Yeah, it's not a normal. It's not a normal occurrence.
It happens. Like, the people over there are normal. They just want a better quality of life. They don't have as much freedom, or they didn't at that time, as much freedom as we have over here in the USA. But, a lot of them, they looked up to, American soldiers, Marines, SEALs, airmen, seamen. They looked up to the United States military forces. I made some friendships with some local Iraqis, that would come around and do training with us, or that worked on the compounds that we were on. And I met a lot of Ugandans,
mm-hmm.
then Africans, and they were cool, funny too. But nah, man, a lot of stuff we did over there was just like regular life shit over here.
Just doing this
just doing it over there, carrying a gun out 24/7. Still going to the gym. We had an indoor basketball court. We were still hooping over there. Had thing on flag football. We still had things to boost our morale and stuff, even though we were thousands of miles away in the middle of fucking nowhere, Middle East.
Yeah.
And it we had a lot of stuff. I mean, I was taking college courses while I was over there.
Right.
They still had like teachers, instructors for certain schools to be there. So I was taking college courses to keep my credits going. I re-enlisted over there. It was a time. My first deployment was full of memories. My second deployment, I was in special operations. So we did 1-for-1 swaps. So like one from my team would go, and then they'll stay like 30. They'll stay like a 90-day rotation, and then we'll swap out. So yeah, it was short tours, but it was it was a good time for you to go over there and get a tax-free check for 3 months or so.
Right. You ain't dealing with none of that stuff over here.
Yeah. So I end up finishing college. I graduated from Austin Peay State University in Clarksville, Tennessee. So I got my got an associate's in applied sciences, and then I got my bachelor's in professional studies. So the BPS is considered like the working man's degree.
Right.
So it's very beneficial. It's organizational leadership and development, but the core is Bachelor's of Professional Studies. So yeah, I went to the military, 8 years, completed my degrees. I started my master's, and then I put it on pause when I moved here to Dallas. Just as I had taken a new role at my now company that I've been with for the last 5 years.
Right.
And so I was like, yeah, I'll start back. So now I'm sitting back. I'm like, all right, I'm established here. All right, I need to go finish this master's.
Since you already started it anyway.
Yeah, so I already got hours towards my master's. I just haven't completed. But I mean, it'll be beneficial. And then I work here at Lockheed Martin, and this is a big military defense agency contractor. So yeah, so a lot of the stuff that you see on TV, like the aircraft that the Air Force fly, a lot of drone systems that the military is using, stuff along those lines. My company builds them directly. Yeah, so I do logistic work for them. I'm a human resource background, but I have the last 5 years I've merged into the logistics side of things, working with them, and it's became kind of interesting, especially with today's time and how everything is at the press of a button and it's at your door. Logistics is big, it's essential. So I don't see myself
years. I understand.
Yeah, so I don't see myself getting out of this field for a long time.
You need transportation, and the amount of stuff that we have coming, even locally and overseas. No, you need that. I did with logistics for a year, and it was cool, but it was hard getting new companies to come on to
Mhm.
so they can trust you to do the stuff. So that's what it took. And then now I'm working with Penske Truck Rental. That's where I work now. But I also look at getting into the logistics sides of the truck rental. So that's why I'm probably trying to move over to. Like you said, my fiance, she's finishing her master's this year. So she
Mhm.
finished up in May. So she get hers in social work. So,
Okay.
so she'll have hers. Like I said, that was I commend y'all to go back to school because I was like, your boy couldn't do it. I couldn't go back and do school again after I graduated. I was like, I was
Yeah,
done.
that's the thing. That's the thing with me. I done had this Texas A&M program calling me. They've been calling me for at least the last year, bro. And I'm just like, man, I gotta find the time
That's the
between
thing.
working because I do 4 10s at work. I'm off 3 days a week, and I'm just like, after them 10 hours in front of the computer, then I gotta come home, deal with the kids, take them all over the place for practices, and then still make my way to the gym, and then still be a husband after that, and expect her to be a wife after that. It's just,
After that's like you've been working all day
yeah, so I'm just like, where's the time? Where's the time?
to study for school. Right.
Yeah, and it's a commitment, you know what I'm saying? I don't try to make excuses for anything. Want it, I'm gonna go after it. I make time for it. It's just the fact of shit. That's just something else going on the plate. You know what I'm saying?
Right. There's another one. And even though some master programs only take a year, some take a year and a half,
Mhm.
some can take forever. It really
Yeah,
just depends.
yeah, most of them are about 18 months.
So can you get it together for about a year, year and a half? Can you get it
I
together?
know.
But that's in case you ain't failing no classes. You taking 3, 4 classes a semester. It's
Mhm.
it's a lot that goes into it. So it's like it can take you a year and a half, but you got to also make sure you get everything right in that year and a half too.
Right, right. Can't nothing else stack. So that'd be the biggest piece, but I eventually get to it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see. She said she might go back for a doctor. I said more power to you because I can't.
She can have that.
Exactly. You can have this masters for sure, but you
You can
had that doctorate.
call a doctor.
No.
You can address me as Mister. I'm cool with that.
But she likes school. She really does like school. So I understand that completely. I was never that much in love with school.
No, no.
No.
I I agree. That's milestones I'm putting on myself to say, okay, I'm my mama's first child with a master's. You
Right.
know what
Right.
I'm saying?
And I was like, Gerard beat me to it. He got his masters. So I was like, okay, cool. You got it. You got
Mm,
the really good. But
yeah,
I can't, I just couldn't sit there and especially if I didn't do it within the first year after I graduated college.
yeah.
If I didn't do it within that first year, year and a half after graduating college, I was like, I ain't going back. And I
That's
went through some of them. I was like, I ain't going back.
yeah, that's the thing. Because once you stop, it's like, damn, I gotta start back up.
I didn't want to get back into this. Now I did almost go to culinary school. I did almost do that. And it
Hmm.
might be something I still end up doing one of these days. But
Yeah,
yeah, definitely one I was gonna do.
yeah, that wouldn't be a bad thing.
Yeah, switch it up. Got to, just try a couple different things. But I almost went to culinary school before I went to college.
Yeah,
Out there, damn. But I was like, yeah, I could probably learn how to do a lot of this stuff on my own. But yeah, what it is. But
yeah.
man, how long you been in Dallas?
Oh man, I got here April of 2019.
Oh wow. Okay, so yeah.
Coming up on 5 years here next month.
How you like that compared to being in Tennessee?
Mm, love it, bro. I tell people this all the time. Ain't nothing gonna bring me back home unless my mama's sick.
Man,
That's- I,
man.
I love Memphis. I represent Memphis down here to the fullest. My vehicle still got Tennessee tags. I still got a Tennessee driver license.
Me too. Yeah.
I ain't moving back. It's gonna take a
It's
six a 6 figure career or my mama being sick. to bring me home to live. That's the only truth.
Because I still just visit.
Now I visit all the time. I try to make it at least once a quarter.
Yeah, so I was like, I can always get it. I can always 6 hours, cool. I can always make it back. I can always get back. But live there, my mom and them, they still trying to find a way to get me back here because this they grandchild. So of course close. So they trying to find a way. I'm like, Mom, it's
not happening.
nah, I'm trying not. I was like, she kind of wants to as well, but she's fine with being out here, but it's kind of both. But I'm like,
yeah,
I'll move back, but I might move back. If I move back, I'm moving to Mississippi.
Yeah, and that's what I said. I got to move in the outskirts somewhere because I mean the quality of life I'm used to living and the way that I've been raising my kids, and the way they're used to living. I can't just move to inner Memphis, inner city.
No,
Just
it's not.
expect
Respect,
to
and I love Memphis. Like I said, love Memphis today because food wise, I've been to a lot of places. Memphis food still there. It's still tops, but living environment, I was like, yeah, I don't, especially not
it's like I get home to fell off, man. Like every time I go home, it's just like, damn, this side of town just getting more ran down, more
worse.
ran. I'm like, hey, the streets is crazy. And then it ain't even the older kids or the older,
No, it's
you
the
know,
young ones.
the youngs. And
Yeah,
I'm just, they don't got nothing to do. Like, if you think about it, when we came up, we had the community center. Like, everybody would go to the community center after school, no matter what.
he was hooping all the time.
We weren't getting no. And if you what, I mean, it was that small group of people our age that was trying to do dumb shit, but the majority of us, man, we was somewhere kicking it, somewhere hooping, somewhere doing something productive,
Right.
or
He's been doing something. He just didn't care.
yeah, or our parents was on our ass. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
yeah. In fact, it was real easy. I was like, y'all can go out there and do what y'all want, but y'all got to take care of everything around the house first. Once you take care of that, then you can go do what you want to do.
Yeah,
And real simple. Just be home for a street light on and you good.
that's it.
That's it.
We wasn't on that. If we went on Scottsdale, excuse me. When that street light came on, Sandra was standing in the yard.
Oh, mom and them right there. They right there at the end of you better be able to hear them whistle or
Yeah.
you better be in ear distance.
Yeah, and parents now are not like that. And I tell my kids, I'm like, I don't care what your parents let them do. I was like, I wasn't raised that way. You ain't gonna be raised that way.
Not
So
at
I
all.
let they think daddy's mean or daddy's strict. Nah, I'm instilling some discipline. I tell my kids all the time, when you grown, you still gotta follow rules. When you get behind a wheel of a car, you gotta follow rules of the law.
Yeah.
You know, you 18, you gotta follow the rules of the law. You can't go out here. You got rules to keep you in line.
If you don't follow my rules, they got places to where you're gonna follow the rules one way or another.
Exactly. So they gotta understand, that I'm just trying to look out for their safety and upbringing them the right way, because the way kids are going now, it's just like they have no guidance. A lot of them don't have a male figure that's around them 24/7. And I feel like that's something that's needed that a lot of people don't appreciate.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why, I'm the way I am. Like, my daughter's not biologically mine. I adopted both of them. So, their biological father didn't do shit for them. So they know me as daddy since they were 3 and 4, and they 13 and soon to be 15. So, I'm daddy, but they understand, like,
They all
daddy.
yeah.
Yeah. So, yeah, man. But yeah, man, that's just really been it. And, I got the bodybuilding thing that I'm doing. I'm a professional bodybuilder, competing in men's physique. Took the last year off. We had bought a house last March. We bought a house over here. So I took the year off to just get that in order, get my body from hiding and, taking my body through so many changes with getting big, cutting down for shows, getting big, cutting down. I've been doing that consistently for like since 2017 when I started. So
Right.
it's last 7 years, I've been going hard, and I didn't really take a break, like to give myself like my body some time to shut down, rest,
Yeah.
recover before I put it through it again. So starting here, probably Monday, man, I'll be getting back into heavy dieting, getting ready for contest prep. So you'll probably see a lot of posts coming, progress updates and stuff, or cardio videos. To get back on my cardio every day.
Yeah.
Um, just getting back in the grind, man. Finding my routine and getting on stage. Hopefully by June, I'll probably step out of my first show. I'm looking at a show in Montgomery, Alabama.
Mm-hmm.
And I got like 4 lined up within June and August time period.
Okay. That's not
So
That's what's up. How
yeah,
did how did you get into bodybuilding? I don't know. Like I said, you've done a lot of different things. How did you get into bodybuilding?
and people don't believe me when I say this, but my wife got me into bodybuilding.
Hmm.
She wanted to compete in bikini. And so she was like, I think this is something, we could do together. And I was like, man, I ain't trying to be that big, da, 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 da. But we was already going to the gym every day,
Right.
you know, trying to, just get in shape. Like, we thought we knew what we was doing until we, decided to take it serious, take the gym serious. And then to find out, like, we didn't know what the fuck we was doing. We was just in there doing some shit, the same shit every day.
Mm-hmm.
But she wanted to compete, man. And then we moved to Hawaii in July of 2017. And that's when I said, okay, I'll commit to it. And I did. I ended up reaching out to this guy. He's a 3-time Olympian for my division. So he's been like the champ 3 times.
Yeah.
He's one of the guys in the division. And he was my first coach. And my very first show, I won the whole show.
Oh wow.
And we did 12 weeks of grinding. I won my whole show. And I was the new dude on the island. So
Mm-hmm.
a lot of people was hating on that. I'm like, well, nobody knew me. So the judges wasn't biased. They didn't know me.
They was like, let's just give it to the new guy. I was like, I
Yeah.
doubt that happens.
I mean, I had a decent look for a first timer. I enjoyed it, man. It actually helped me overcome my fright of being in front of people in that capacity. Like, I'm kind of introverted until I know you and I'm comfortable. Then I open up to you. So it kind of like it developed some confidence in me.
Mm-hmm.
Because now, shit, you can't tell me nothing when I'm on stage. But
Oh, yeah.
you know what I'm saying? It feels no. So I won that show, and then roughly 10 months later, I took a couple months off to build some muscle, and then I went back into a prep with the same coach, and I ended up going to the NPC Junior Nationals
Mm-hmm.
in 2018, and I won that. I won my pro card there. I didn't win the overall, but I won my class, so I became a pro at that show. So within a really roughly a year in 2 shows, I became a professional bodybuilder. So yeah, I've done a many shows. My highest placing being 5th at a show, but it's real competitive, man. Especially now that it's becoming more mainstream with social media. It's 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 growing. It's a lot of people competing, both amateur and pro wise.
Yeah.
But it's very competitive, man. And a lot of people are like, "Oh, you look good." All right. I'm like, "Yeah, I looked good, but I didn't look the best."
Right.
Sometimes, people that are not familiar with the sport don't understand that. They're like, "Bro, you should have won." I'm like, "Yeah, I feel like I should have won too," but the judges felt like this person was more complete than me. Um, so it's a lot of things that go into it. A lot of people think, it's just getting up there, you're shredded, and
You
you
show
know,
on your body. I was like, nah.
uh, it's it's a lot to it. Like the poses are one, yeah, they're supposed to make you look good. You're supposed to accentuate your best features, but also in those poses, in certain poses, you're trying to hide your flaws
Exactly.
at the same time. So that's why, I tell people, like, if you say you want to do this, you have to really lock in to understand that it's a judgmental sport. So even if you look better than the person that plays higher than you got to understand that that was something out of your control. The only thing you control is what you bring to the stage.
Exactly.
So I had to learn that too after a while, especially winning so fast, so young, so early into it, and then taking some losses before I got some good places. It was
Mhm.
just like, what the hell? And I'm just like, well, some of these dudes you competing against been a pro for a year or two more than you, or genetically, they physique just popped better than yours that day. And there's a lot of things that go into that, man. The way you eat, what you eat, how much of it you eat, the way you train, how hard you train, how much cardio you do. Like, it's a science for real.
Mhm.
Science is a lot of things that go into it. Even the drugs we take, I'm not natural. So I'm not ashamed to say that I am or am not, but I'm not a natural athlete. I performance enhance. And in order to bodybuild competitively, you're going to have to if you want to be one of those top guys.
Yeah.
But like I tell people with that, because people ask me all the time, are you on this? Are you on that? I'm like, yeah, but that's just a supplement. That's the byproduct. The hard work, the dedication, the diet, the commitment, the discipline.
I,
That's what builds the look.
yeah.
Yeah, that's what builds the look. Because, truth be told, we all take supplements when we're taking vitamins and protein powders. That's a supplement. You're just not taking the supplement that
Yeah.
I'm.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it all goes hand in hand, man. But I'm excited to get back started. Um, a lot of people been asking me over the last year when I'm coming back, like my social media followers that follow the sport or guys I compete against with, they've been asking, when you coming back or you done competing for good? I'm just like, nah, I ain't done, man. I just needed to reset. And part of that reset was a mental reset because for a little stretch, my placings were below 10th, like 13th, 14th, 15th, or not placing. And it started getting in my head. I'm just like, bro, I have one of the best physiques out here. Why am I not placing higher? Or why am I not winning? You know what I'm saying? Or what is it? So I've started to get in my head. So I was
Mhm.
like, take a step back. It just let me regroup.
Right.
That's
Exactly.
what I did. And so now I'm hungry. I'm more hungry to get back to it. So a whole new look should come out of this, within the next 4 to 5 months. But I'm excited. But yeah, that's how I got into it, man. My wife wanted to compete, and now we're both professional bodybuilders. Uh, she's not a big, muscular woman or anything like that. She does bikini, and they have to get tiny. So, but she does have muscle. She trains everything. That's another thing that I dislike when people ask me for help or they want me to coach them, especially women. Oh, I don't want to do nothing but grow my lower body. I'm like, well, that's not gonna work
Yeah, you got
because you're gonna look unbalanced. And I want a small waist. Well, in order to have that silhouette of looking like you got a small waist, you either one have to have a small waist, or two, you have to have a back, a nice set of shoulders to accentuate your hips, your butt, your thighs. That's where all that comes from. So um, I tell people that all the time. Like, don't get afraid. Don't be afraid to train. Like, your body, you can't train one thing and don't train the other.
right.
So, but
Right.
yeah, that's how I got into it, man. And we've been rocking and rolling with this shoot since then.
Yeah. I feel like I think I met your wife one time.
Hmm.
It was in Memphis. We was all out there playing. We was all out there playing dominoes. it was
Yeah,
we was in there playing dominoes. I met her that one. I think I met her one time. Uh,
yeah.
but I'm glad that, like I said, it was having somebody like that that got you interested in it. Somebody
Hmm.
who's like, I want to do this, but I think you'll be good at it, and you should do it too.
Yeah, that's really the approach that she came with.
And with you being open minded to it, that's another thing. Because some people it'll cut you off. Now I'm good on that. You was actually a little open minded to it.
Yeah, facts. And I mean, it's something that we share that we do together in a sense. Most of the time that we really do get to spend with each other throughout the day comes when that hour and a half we're in the gym.
Mm-hmm.
We'll work out, we'll talk, um, and just catch up on the day at that time because that's our time for the most part.
Yeah.
You know,
How hard is it to go up and go down? You cut, add more, cut, add more, cut.
it's it's harder to go down than it is to, because one, when you go up, most of the time, the first thing you pack on is water weight.
Easily.
Yeah, that's the first thing you pack on. Like when I come out to shows, man, and I'm not gonna say it now because now I've kind of I guess kind of got away from it. But early on in my competing career, bro, I would come off a show, eat everything in sight. I'm t- everything. Like it was a stretch where having cookies and shit was like the big win after a show.
Right.
I would order these big ass cookies, bro, from what is this? My Cookie Dealer. If you ever get a chance, look them up. My Cookie Dealer. I don't know if they're still doing it. I ain't seen people pushing it no more like they used to, but they used to make these big ass cookies, bro. And they would be stuffed with stuff. But they would be good. And I would order like a dozen or half a dozen and put them in the freezer because you would freeze them and they'll last.
Mm-hmm.
We would order a lot, bro, and have them ready to go for shows. And now I don't want no cookie.
Yeah, look at it.
I want me a solid meal, some water, and I'm cool. You know what I'm saying? I do not go to town. But when I used to do that, bro, I would be up like 10, 15 pounds after the show. Literally, like a day or two later, I'm up 10 to 15 pounds. But it'd be because of water weight, because I threw all this stuff back in.
Mm-hmm.
And if I'm doing a show the following week or so, like I used to do shows, like I'd run like 2 or 3 in a row, where 2 or 3 weekends I'm traveling for shows back to back to back. And they would be hard, bro, trying to get that back off before Friday because the next show next Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'd say, the hardest part is coming down because going up can be easy. And it won't even be a clean going up. You think you done picked up some muscle and this and that. Nah, you just filled your muscles up with water.
With water.
Yeah. Yeah. And after a few days, you get back to your diet, you get back to drinking your gallon and a half of water, and you start pushing it back out. And it's like, okay, I only maybe gained really 1 or 2 pounds.
Right.
So, but yeah, cutting is intense. It's really intense. I got a Peloton in here in my office, and I'm just like, man, you're gonna have some fun. But in the past, we've had treadmills in the garage, or we've went to the gym in the mornings to do stairmasters or ellipticals.
Yeah.
That part of it is like, that's hard because I'm used to getting up, from the military days, getting up at like 5:30, being somewhere at 6 in the morning to work out. But like now it's like, okay, I need to get up at 4:30. I got to do 30 minutes to an hour of cardio, then come back and have to get ready for work, get the kids off, and it's like, damn, I'm tired. You know what I'm saying? And after you get in that routine, yeah, you start feeling it high, and then you feel that burn, that crash. You're like, man, I can't wait for this to be over. And it's fun, but the highlight of it is every day when you see yourself in the mirror,
Yeah.
you see your body's changing.
You see the results.
Yeah. So that's what I tell people all the time, man. Losing weight itself is a journey. Like, you have to be committed into it, and you got to know that it's going to take some time before you really see some real results. But once you see the results, you're going to feel good about yourself because you did the work. So I enjoy the process either way, but going up is a lot easier than coming down.
Yeah. I'm in that order now, trying to lose. So I understand completely.
Yeah.
Trying to cut and lose now and get back. If I get back to how I was in high school, that's probably that high
Yeah.
school football put me in some of the best shape of my life.
Yeah.
So trying to get back into that, but I just I'll get it done. But yeah, trying to get back to that stuff. Um Traveling wise, how far around have you traveled? I know I've seen, like you said, you might have been in Florida, been to Alabama, been in a place like that. How far away have you traveled for competition?
So I've done a lot in the USA. Um, I haven't competed abroad yet. That's one of my goals
Uh-huh.
where I call it quits and retire from it. Is to do a couple of shows. They have a big show in Dubai every year. They have a big one in Egypt, India. But the best shows with the best production, I'm talking lights, stage, screens, anything in Asia.
Mm,
The bodybuilding community in Asia is crazy.
wow.
But I want to compete over there, overseas, anywhere. They pay more money to
Oh,
my division. They pay more money. So that's something I gotta check off my list before I call it quits with bodybuilding. Is to get some shows overseas.
yeah.
But other than that, yeah, all over the U.S. so far. I've done New York Pro, Tampa Pro. I've done Texas Pro. I'm here in Texas. I've done a few shows in Texas between Dallas, Houston, San Antonio. I've competed in California a lot. I've done Phoenix Pro. I've competed in DC. I've competed in Louisiana. Uh, yeah, man, Chicago.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Places like
yeah, man. It's a lot of shows, man. It's a lot of shows. The amateurs have way more opportunities than the pros do, though. Wherever there's a pro show, there's an amateur show. But then also the amateur shows have their standalone shows. So um, yeah, it's a booming business. I said I wanted to promote my own show one year just to see, but I had to get some investors to come together and like really put a bid in to add it to a calendar for a certain either Tennessee or here in Texas, or maybe even a state that doesn't have a show there themselves, do a pro show in a state like that, just to bring some more exposure to it.
okay. Nah, this seems good. Like I said, it looks like you got a plan and you looking how to, develop that plan and see how it could eventually get you to where you want to be. So nah, that's perfect. Having that's like I said, that looks good. Having been able to travel, like I said, you traveled across the US for the most part. So being able to do that stuff, that's good as well. And it's something, like you said, take even though you took off a year, it's something that you still have passion for. You just,
Mhm.
take a little mental reset. We all gotta do it.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, and even then, I wouldn't say I was heavy dieting, but I eat a lot a day. Like to maintain my look, I have to eat at least 5 to 6 meals a day.
Oh, wow.
Um, and then I still go to the gym and lift. I've laid off my cardio since the holidays. I've laid off cardio, so that's like probably gonna be my biggest struggle starting this week is getting back in the routine of doing cardio.
Yeah.
But after maybe a week go by, I should be back in good graces with that. But yeah, even though I took the year off, I was still trying to eat a lot and still working out.
Yeah, it's still working out. You still kept something, you just wasn't doing that.
Yeah, but following the plan to the T.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
So
with the diet, then do you cut your calorie intake?
yeah, so we'll start high and then we'll decrease as we go.
Okay.
Even as we decrease, we'll designate a day or two for higher number of calories. Because the
Okay.
thing is, you'll try to keep your muscles full. And if you're just dieting on low calories, you'll wither away. And you got to be able to play with it. So that's where the coach comes in. So that's why I said when I first started, I thought I could do it myself. I couldn't because I didn't know what I was doing.
Yeah.
Now that I knowledge, I can do it. know I can help somebody. But, I tell people all the time, you got to get off. Like people think, oh, I mean, just eat a salad for lunch. Do it. Your body has a brain for a reason.
Yeah.
I tell people like, man, you think eating a salad is gonna make you lose weight? Okay, why? If that's all you ate today, you know what your body's saying to you? I know you ain't gonna eat no more, so I'm finna hold on to all this fat.
Mm-hmm.
Your metabolism's slow. And the first thing to do to start losing weight and burning fat is speed up your metabolism.
Yeah.
How do you do that? You eat multiple times a day. You don't have to eat heavy meals, but you have to eat multiple times. So, when I'm training for shows, I eat every 2 hours, 2 to 3 hours, 3 hours max. I eat every 2 to 3 hours. You know what I'm saying? But in that 2 to 3 hour window, my stomach is burning. It's telling me, hey, it's time to eat.
Yeah.
And meal up. So once you start doing that, that's when you'll really start seeing, the results of what you're supposed to be doing or what your goal is. Right. So, I tell people, you can't just say, oh, I eat one meal a day. Well, that's why you're not losing weight.
Right.
You're eating enough. Your body is holding on. Yeah, your body's holding on to it.
Yeah.
So
right.
Yeah. So, once you get that thought out of your mind and you start to understand the concept of meal planning and dieting, then you'll start seeing the results. And that's why I tell people, you got to get out of that. Oh, I only eat once or twice a day. That's why. And you may not even be, fat all around. You probably got a stomach. Okay. But that's why. Yeah. You're not feeding your body enough to where it knows I can burn this off because you're going to feed me again. You're going to feed me again. So your body's like holding on because, okay, you ain't going to feed me no more today.
No.
So I'm just to get you through the day. You know what I'm saying? Until you're not feeding it at all, then you're going to start starving. Yeah. So that's not what you want either. So it's a process, man. That's why I tell people it's a science, but it takes time. It's not going to happen in 30 days. 30 days, you might drop 10 pounds if but it might not seem like you dropped 10 pounds because that first week, if you really start dieting, you might drop 5 pounds. 5 pounds. And that 5 pounds ain't even nothing that you thought it was going to be to drop. That's water weight.
It's all water.
all water. And then after that, you might have a 2 pound drop. You might have a 3 pound next week, but it won't be nothing crazy drastic. It shouldn't be nothing crazy drastic.
So if you could drop, if you drop 20, once you said, man, I just dropped 20 pounds, I was like, man, that's all water weight. And you ain't burning no fat yet.
No fat.
Not.
Drop water. You drop water and whatever was in your stomach bowels.
All of that. That's what you got. So you did drop 20 pounds. I give you that. You dropped 20 pounds.
Yeah.
But over this month, when you drop a pound a week, a half a pound, drop 2 pounds. Then you start noticing, oh, okay, I'm actually
now I'm cutting into something.
Yeah.
So that's the way to look at it. But yeah, man, it's a process. I enjoy the process. After a while, it just once you're a couple weeks into a prep for a show, it's just like everything becomes on autopilot. You know what your day is gonna be like. You know what food you're eating. Because when I'm getting ready for shows, I eat the same food every day.
Okay.
Same food every day. It don't get boring. People ask me, that got to be boring. No, it don't. I know what it's going to taste like. I know how I prepared it. I know this shit. I'm finna enjoy the fuck out this meal.
Right.
I'm on with my day. I'm going to drink my water. I'm going to go on with my day. You know what I'm saying?
Like I said, I know what the results can come from this.
Mm-hmm. That's exactly what I'm like. I'm not eating for taste all the time. I'm eating for the results. And that's how I push through the shit. Because at the end, counting down to that show, and I'm just like, all right, we're looking better this week. We got 6 more weeks to work. All right, we're looking better this week. We got 4 more weeks. 4 more weeks on stage. Turn it up a notch. You know what I'm saying? And it just becomes fun, man. It becomes fun. And then when people on social media are following your prep, following your updates when you put them out there, it makes it a lot better too, especially when you start getting those words of encouragement or the applause for the way you look or how your body's changing. It's good for your morale and your mental state because your biggest critic when you're in a prep for a show is yourself because you feel like you're not good enough.
Exactly.
You
Yeah.
know, that outside noise that's positive helps push you through a lot. I like it, but I look for critique from one person a lot, and that's my wife
Of course. Of course.
because she's honest. She's honest about it, and she'll tell me, "Nah, you need to turn it up some. You slacking. You look okay, but you're not your best." And I was like, "Damn, okay, let me go a little."
She
You know
the
what I'm
one
saying?
that sees me every day, so she knows exactly.
Yeah, she sees me more than my own coach.
Yeah, so I was like, she knows exactly how I'm supposed to look.
hmm So
Yeah,
I look for her critique. Even when I don't, even when it ain't a good one, I'm just like, man, I look good. Fuck what you talking. And she's like, no, you
you,
look good.
she,
Saying this ain't best. Like you need to go a little harder on this area or that area. And I'm just like, all right. And then that's where the days we work out together, she'll follow my plan of whatever I'm working on and push me through it. So it is fun, man. Like I enjoy it. I wish people, and I think it's coming to a time now where a lot of people are trying to get into the bodybuilding competing sport. And there's no age limit. That's the beauty of it. Like if I really want to keep doing this, I can do this shit till I die.
yeah, exactly.
It's old men, 65, 70, getting on stage for the first time just because they push themselves to do it.
Right.
Now, they're not going to beat no young guy,
No,
but if they have master shows based on just masters ages, older age people, and it's some of them that look good, and it's some of them that just look old.
yeah,
But it all starts in where you started and how you maintain your body, and that's kind of where I am. I'm just like, I'll be 35 this year, and it's crazy. I'll be in the gym, and these young kids, they don't be thinking I'm 35. Or when I say I got kids, and they be like, "How many kids you have?" And I be like, "4." And I'm like, "You don't look like you got 4 kids." I'm just like, "Yeah, bro, I'm 34 years old." They were like, "No way." I at least gave you 26 max. I'm just like, "Thank you."
I respect that because
You
I
know,
get that too. I just like,
yeah.
they was like, I was like, I thought you were 19, 20. I was like, oh, damn. Well, I look, they got a baby face. I was like, all right, cool. I was like, nah, my boy, I'm 1 year away from 40.
Yeah. So
So,
I love it. Like I tell my wife that shit all the time. I'm like, bro, you keep on talking about I'm getting old. Like these youngers think I'm below 30. What you talking about?
they still think I'm barely legal. I was like, yeah,
I
I'll,
take it.
I
I
take
take
it.
I take it for real. But that just lets me know like I'm keeping myself up. You know what I'm
You doing
saying?
what you
By
have to do. Right.
way that I carry myself, present myself. You know, I'm with the times, I guess.
Yeah.
But but no, man, that's that. Like I said, we kicking off prep for 2024 here, hopefully Monday, and get the ball rolling. Hopefully, I can make it to Olympia this year.
Yeah, and just keep those positive thoughts in and just keep working, man. You'll get to it. But hey, man, that was some really good information going into bodybuilding. Like I said, you touched on some stuff that I didn't even think about or know about. So, no, I really do appreciate you explaining that to people, explaining how, the different levels, how everything goes. And like I said, basically the biggest thing is you just got to be disciplined with yourself to
That's
get
it.
all of this.
Yeah, and that's with everything in life, though. Like if you really think about it, you want a college degree, you got to be disciplined. You got to be disciplined to your studies. You want to get married, okay? You got to be disciplined and walk the line that you're supposed to walk. Going into marriage. You know what I'm saying? You want to be a preacher. You got to be disciplined and follow
Yeah,
the charge of the Lord.
yeah,
So it's just, we have to have discipline within everything that we desire to do. And if you don't look at it that way, then you're going to have a hard time achieving some goals.
right, exactly. And like I said, sometimes we are, like you said before, all of us, sometimes we just need a reset. So once sometimes you take the reset, take that sit back, and you was like, okay, now I understand what's going on. Let me get through this. Let me go ahead.
Yeah.
And then you start doing it. And you was like, okay, this makes sense now.
Yeah. Facts. So yeah, that's that.
Like I said, man, that was a lot of good information that you gave us right there. That was, man, it was plenty of it. So for the people out there that you're thinking about it or anything like that, just take a chance. It's okay to take a chance. If you don't get it right away, it's okay. A lot of this stuff, I think, social media has gotten a lot of people to think that a lot of stuff is overnight success, and it's not. So it's better to, if you see people, and then once you notice people have chronicled their journey, you realize, no, this is stuff that's been building 5 years, 10 years. They've been building towards this. Some people do get lucky in a year, 2 years, and it happens, but we call those anomalies.
Yeah.
So that don't happen all the time. Most of the people you meet, they've been doing this 3 years, 5 years, 6 years, 7 years. They've been doing it year after year, and they just got better. So
Trying to come up. So
yeah,
yeah, but that's with everything, man.
yeah.
Nothing overnight.
Just compete with yourself. Don't compete with nobody else. You compete with yourself. You compete with yourself, you won't be disappointed.
Right.
You compete with anybody else, you start like, what am I not doing right? What I'm doing? I was like, okay, it's just their time. It's just that
Mm-hmm.
you good.
Yep. Yep. Everybody got their season.
All right. It's just theirs right now. That's fine. It's okay. I got another season right after that. So it'll work together. But like I said, man, I appreciate you coming on, talking to people about that, because that, like you said, that's a very growing field right now.
Yeah.
Is that. So I really do appreciate you coming on, talking with them, talking with me, and letting people know exactly how it goes. Man, it's a lot.
Yeah. It's a lot. It's expensive. Groceries ain't
Oh no, the groceries ain't cheap, and then you ain't the only one eating in the house.
that part.
You ain't
That
the
part.
only one eating. You got 4 other people in there that gotta eat.
Facts.
And you know us as boys, we gonna eat everything in the house. It don't matter.
My son coming here every day out of school. Daddy, can I have a snack? I'm like, bro, you just got home. Yeah, but I'm hungry. All right, bro. Go.
You know that so well right there. He's like, can I have a snack? Can I have this? Can I have that? Like, yeah, yeah. I was like, you know what? I was a boy at your age, so I understand completely.
Yep.
And you growing too, so I was like, you still got some. He still got some height left on him. He gonna get at least 6 foot, 6'1". So he got some.
Yeah.
Yeah. So now, I like I said, man, I do appreciate it for everybody that tuned in. It's been an episode of I'm Just Reminiscing. I want to thank Big Bro Brian to come on, man. He talked to y'all about a lot of different things, like I said, about us growing up, but also why he got into bodybuilding and everything that comes with it. So I really do appreciate that for everybody out there. I hope y'all got that information. Uh, After I get done with this, me and him, we're gonna record another little episode. Take about 10 minutes. We're gonna record that. So y'all gonna see him again on Who You Got. Y'all know, go check out the last episode, but he's gonna be on that too. But like I said, AB, I appreciate it, man. If you want to just sign off with the people, I'm gonna have his information at the end of the video. So if you guys want to follow his journey, y'all go ahead and go do that. Let the people know where they can find you or what you got coming up.
Yeah. So, hey, man, thanks for having me. Thanks for catching up. We go back and forth here on Facebook every now and then, but glad to be able to bless your channel and support what you're doing. You can find me on Facebook, Brian Taylormade, or on Instagram at Mr. Taylormade. That's MISTER Taylormade. I'll be posting a lot more here soon of my prep for the 2024 competition season, as it just kicked off last week. So you'll see a lot of updates. If you're looking for coaching, you can shoot me a DM on one of those, or you can email me at nltrlifestyle@gmail.com. I coach male and female online, provide diets, training plans, all of that. We do weekly check-ins, and my price is very fairly reasonable. I'm not here to, take advantage of nobody's pocket, especially in this day and time with inflation. But I'm here to help. So yeah, reach out to me on one of those 3 outlets and let's get started.
Yes, sir. So everything that he just told you guys, I'll have it at the end of the video, so you guys can always check out the video. Once again, y'all go like, comment, share, and subscribe to my channel, to NeedForSheed YouTube. Please, I'm gonna drop the link for both of my YouTube pages, just in case the other one gets shut down. Who knows? But if so y'all have both of them. But this will be uploaded on both of them. Once again, it's been another episode. I'm just reminiscing. We about to go record this other one. But we'll see you guys again next week on another episode. You feel me?